And I think I did that. Here. Clearing the rigs. 0. 0. All right, I think I'm ready. Stand by.
Hey, nice guy. You see the jail sitting in the corner. He still got his bus guys. I don't think he out there. He might be reading the mail, but he ain't keying. Hey, nice guy. He might still be reading the mail, but I don't think he's keying, nigga. Nice guy, Utah. Number 5 in the playoff. Big mouth, big mouth. Big mouth, big mouth. Big mouth, big mouth. Big mouth, big mouth. KB6 GFD, W6 KEG.
Hey, I heard you were sounding good on AM, KB6 GFD.
Good. Well, I could not hear you at all. All you hear is our friend from Hawaii. But anyway, thanks, Dennis. And hope you're doing well and have a great weekend. W6 KEG.
All right. Well, I probably didn't take a transmission because I was in the middle of setting something up. But anyway, you're looking good, sounding good. You're probably feeling good, too. Thanks for checking in. KB6 GFD.
That is a Roger. KB6 GFD, W6 KEG.
Show you right when you know you're right, Papa. Hey, Papa Blue Jay, show you right when you know you're right, man. I appreciate all them kind words, my friend. Hey, Papa Blue Jay, enjoy your evening, my brother. Let me get on out your way. I appreciate the kind wave. Papa Blue Jay, around California, number 5 in the Y. Bye. Bye, Papa Blue Jay. Have a good evening, man. Y'all take care. I'm going to get on out of the way, my friend. Papa Blue Jay, number 5. Aloha. Bye. Hey, 142, you taking on Los Angeles, man. Hey, 142 on Los Angeles. Have a good evening, my brother. Looking good and sounding good my way. 142, Los Angeles, number 5. Aloha. And you know the type, Wombat. Wombat on the Barry Reapers, Charlie.
We got wombats and hippopotami and all sorts of good stuff.
On your TV, because in case you did not know, we're being brought to you by
OTR.
Brought to you by
27.085 megahertz.
Brought to you by RADI.
The Old Tube Radio Network.
It is the Old Tube Radio Network. You might not think so. I'm beginning to wonder myself, but it looks like everything is set and ready to go. The skip is happening, and hopefully we are happening as well. In the meantime, while Hawaii and Australia and parts unknown fade into the distance, we'll be checking in our local stations and everybody else as well. I think the audio stream is up, the video stream is up. There's no double audio. Hopefully there is audio, and we will commence to begin, as they say. This week, of course, for the next couple of weeks, 00 is SWL10. SWL1 will be checked in. I'm looking for Mr. OBP. on my list of lists to see if he is out there. And yes, he is checking in. SWL2, I've got you in there. SWL5, Mr. Rainmaker Levon, I believe, is online.
Maybe over Mother Nature fell out.
SWL7, perhaps.
Hey, sit back and read the mouth. Worldwide hippopotamus, great big old mouth, stepping out, click wooden blocks you up.
Okay, I will do that. He may be out doing the cards tonight, which means he will probably be back before we get done tonight. Waiting for Chrissy and Dwayne to jump in tonight. Let's go to 11 and 12. That's Mr. Cornbread, Dan, and Dapper Dan. And I see OBP. Yeah, we had some technical issues. A lot of computer things resetting themselves back to weird defaults. And there are many from which to choose. So it keeps me busy trying to figure out which window to open to find out where the problem is. And I see in 99, hey Randy, Channel 8. Channel 8, I don't know what Channel 8 is, but we're here on Channel 11, 27085. And there's propagation. You will hear Hawaii and Australia, especially if you're pointing our way. We'll hear all the stations that we are hearing. But I will get you checked in 99, and yeah, like I said, once the gray line shuts out for them, perhaps we will get something. SWL 13, I saw Mike over at oldtuberadio.net, which is over on this screen, is working. He's checking in. SWL 14, Sean, I heard you from Sanger. If you can hear me, take a transmission. I'm going to, Sean checked in. He was really loud when he was checking in. Hello from Sangertown. All right, Bill, I see out of there at Canby. Said the internet is down, so I will get the check-in now while at least you're up and running. You're up and running somewhere. SWL 15, Hans is in. He doesn't have the problem with the skip like we do. I don't think, anyway. I don't know what happens in the morning there. You might be hearing the East Coast of the U.S. That's probably what's happening. Alpha 173 at the microphone ready.
Alpha 173, this is Whiting, it's 316 Central Cal, come on.
SWL 16. Seeing as on my list here. Looks like everybody is checking in. SWL 16, I'm going to get Charles checked in. I think we're looking good. I think everything that's supposed to be running is running. Well, we'll find out. I'll look for the red lights to flash. And Charlie, I'm looking forward to it too. I'm just hoping that everything will stay in. Let's try. Thanks for joining us. SWL 17.
This is 316
SWL 18, Mr. KDA from the Facebook side and checking in. I'm going to check the REA meter. That would be my output. Although, I wonder, okay, I was going to say, it looks like I might have a phase issue. I changed a couple of things around. That center meter is supposed to be around 0 or above, so maybe it's okay. As long as it's above 0, I think we're doing okay. Orband meter is the amount of loudness for all the items coming in. It should be around like minus 17, minus 18, minus 20. That looks good. So occasionally I'll be checking that to see if things have gone toes up. SWL 19, Chet is in. I see Derby, New York, Belfast, Maine on my screen. He's got the cue cards. I will try not to ad-lib too much tonight. I'm done playing around. Let's go to SWL 20.
Number 20 here. Check me in. 29 and 54. And I'll have a radio of interest. This one in particular. And hopefully it'll be for sale real soon. Thank you.
Breaker, how about it there, Dennis?
Okay, Harvey, I've got you checked in, and you are sounding good through the noise. And I think I heard, is that the legend out there, over?
Yeah, I got Worldwide Legend, Pop 53 checking in there, Dennis. I appreciate the call there, Timber.
Pacific. Hello out there in Arizona one more time.
All right, sounding good, Bob. We got you checked in, over.
Thank you. Catch you later. 73s, I'm back quiet.
All right, maybe 99's trying to do a long distance checking in. I got you, Harvey. SWL 21 is old radio night. I went there earlier and I couldn't get in to the live video, and I think it was started and stopped. Latest when I check in, let's see, is it still going? Okay, there's something there. Do we have audio? I don't hear anything. Let me see what the video is at. SWL 21. There's definitely the chicken choker is up and running. Waiting for the eclipse. Trying to figure out why I don't have audio from that guy. Oh, I bet it's on there. I got to be careful when I bring audio up. Make sure it's doesn't do weird stuff. All right, there it is. He's on 27.165. It's quiet where he's at on 17. 21, if you're watching, listening, we've got you checked in. And I like your guest hosts. All right, Levon, thanks for that, ending the feed. He's up with running something. Oh, I see what happened. That's at the beginning of the feed. That's a replay. That's why I was wondering why he wasn't responding. I'm seeing the replay. All right, Levon, thanks. So he was on tonight. He made it in there. And SWL 5 is in. 21 is in. 22, Tyler. I didn't hear him coming through earlier tonight. Often I will hear him on the skip side, so we'll get a proxy check in for 22. SWL 23. 23 Skidoo. Could be. Could not be. We'll stand by for that. 24, Joseph checked in earlier. SWL 25 checked in via the crossband. We heard him just fine here from his QTH in Madera Heights into Midtown.
I don't expect you to have another gear there, mate. It's just on Mother Nature's doing a thing. Take care. Nice go.
SWL 27. Dwayne, maybe on a crossband.
More time.
Or not. SWL 28. What is Gary doing in Sacramento? Did you guys get the cold, freezing wind and rain?
All right, got to put it back on the rack.
I know we did. It was actually, I think it made it into the 60s today after a really nice week. Hey, Gary, I see you checking in, relaxing with some leftover apple pie from the green room, Easter feast, and chocolate milk over ice. I do that in June when it's hot. Right now, I do chocolate milk in the microwave. It's pretty good. All right, 28. All right, Gary, you're looking good, and they always make you a special plate you can take with you on the way back. On the way back up the road. We've got a proxy check in for SWL 29. Still waiting for 29 and 30. No go, Randy. No go on the local shot. You will probably be able to talk to Australia or Hawaii and have them give a relay check-in. That happens. That's happened before. Where you got to use the relay out of Hawaii or Australia and then have them check in for you. But we're listening. If you're listening to the audio, it's channel 11. So if we're going to hear you, you'll hear it on the audio stream.
Nation's having a hard day today. The hell did I say?
Yeah, you can hear all those stations that actually have decent antennas. On the Old Tube Radio Network, Real Radio's glowing in the dark. We are streaming at oldtuberadio.net on your Universal Media Netweb. We are live on Channel 11, 27085 in the Central Valley of California. And our goal after the roll call is to check in and find as many of those classic old tube radios on frequency as possible. All right, 32, no, SWL 33, myself and Bozo Control. Everybody here where they are having a good time in the green room. SWL 34, what is Jimmy up to tonight? He's right there. He's checking in. He's got his call. Hey, he got his call. That's the good old days where you can get it quick. Alpha Bravo X-ray. Actually, that's a pretty cool call. Alpha Bravo X-ray. I'll have to look for you. Let's see. Da-da-da, did. What's the 9? Da-da-da-da, did. Da-da-da-da-da-da, did-da. There you go. That's in CW. ABX. We'll see. You may have, Jimmy, you may have a vanity call already in mind. A lot of people do. But the Alpha Bravo X-ray is actually pretty good. It doesn't have like C's and B's and D's that all sound the same. So not a bad call. You did good. Congratulations on the license, and now is a good time as any to get on the frequencies wherever they might be. Congratulations. SWL 35, Mr. Bill. Has he stopped by yet? Let me refresh the page. I am assuming with the amount of cold weather we have here, it must be really cold out there in 35 land. I will get the Red Monkey communications crew checked in. SWL 36.
I'm up in my radio on the third scatter. Hey, 99, you're sounding good. 99, I don't know what you did and I don't know how you do it, but whatever you're doing, man, keep on doing it.
Hey, there it is, Randy. They're talking to you.
On the big station with all the big heart. Come on.
I bet they're talking to Randy. I heard him calling 99. Doesn't work. Trying to give a whistle out to Jimmy with this new call. .99 is talking skip right over the top of us here in California. Now that's okay. SWL 36. Shortwave listener 37. And Chris is there.
Hey, 99. Hey, 99, look at that.
Now they're going to be talking to Randy.
Hey, man, you're all over the radio. Hey, 99, you are all over this Wombat radio.
And he's got a big station, so I bet he's 20 over where he's at. Sam, out there in Byron. Do what Randy's doing. Check in with Australia and tell him to 38 to check in 38. And there's 30 and 10. All right. Hello, radio. 30, 10, and 00. We'll get you all checked in. Thanks for putting it up on the screen so I can see it.
99. Bye.
37 checked in. 38, I got you checked in. Maybe we'll hear you on the relay skip. SWL 39.
Yeah, 99 in the shower.
SWL 40. Road Dog 507, SWL 41 out there in New York. Checking in. Tri-County React, present and accounted for. Hudson Valley, New York. Good evening. Hope everything is going well. SWL 42. Shortwave listener 43. SWL 44. I wasn't on the Friday net. I wasn't on the Wednesday net. I don't know if Ray is out there listening or not. Probably listening to Skip. SWL 45, Paul and Kelly, if you're listening, we've got you checked in. I hope you've got plenty of firewood here for the last couple of days.
99, Bush Chook. He's head fast in the pond. He's bye.
Well, Randy, I hear them calling 99. I don't know if that's you trying for me and they're trying for you. So you're big out in the Pacific, skipping right over the top of us here on the West Coast. Yeah, I can hear it. We can hear them calling you.
Copy into his radio right about now and give him...
Oh, let's see. Let me the Echo Link. All right, hold on. I'll get the Echo Link set up. I think that was in my testing period, so I'm still in the test mode. SWL 147, Neil, I see it. Let me get you checked in now. 147 in Kakalaki. Cool spring weather. Yeah, we've had really cool spring weather. We're sending it your way. Decent conditions. We're still in indecent conditions here. Got you checked in, Neil.
1238 Old Tube Radio Network. Hey, 99, Bush Tube.
Who is that for Old Tube Radio Network?
99, Deuce Minigrass. Hello, 99, Deuce Minigrass. Check it in.
This tropical station here in Mother Nature Paradise will be waving a hand in your direction. Click, click.
All right, I think I've cleared the Echo Link, so you may try to get back in.
Radio Deuce 166 with the shocker wave. Aloha. Minigrass.
All right, there, 188. I guess we got too many 99s.
99 in the Redwood Shack. 99 Bush.
Hey, Bobby, I see you on the list. I'll get you checked in now. You're probably running flat side with the back door to me. I'll never hear you that way. There's 111. 111 just came through the skip. Hello, 111. I've got you checked in, Robert. You made it through direct.
Oh, hear your radio, Porky. 166, breaker. Hey, 99.
It's a veritable free-for-all cacophony of RF tonight.
That's a paradise with my toes in the salt water.
Yeah, 99. Oh, look kind of trash out here on my station now, man. I got
Direct in that roll call. If you dare.
Stop it. You're just coming on.
SWL 46.
Porky, just let me know.
Radio for SWL 47.
Lose him.
Good evening, OTR from the Radio Lounge, SWL 47.
I can hear you just fine, 47. You're making it through the noise at the Radio Lounge. I hope you got the heater on.
Oh, that's a miracle. Yeah, I got several radios on just in case. It's great to hear you, and it's great to hear the skip, too. That's fun. I guess just as long as you're not trying to check in.
Yeah, there you go. So if people want to know if everyone's running a beam. I know you are not running a beam tonight.
No, absolutely not. IMAX 2000.
All right, IMAX 2000 comes through yet again. I think we're looking good. The RE meter is working, and when the skip goes away, if you've got a radio to play, we will check it in. Thanks for stopping by. Over.
My pleasure, 73.
Southern Cali. I want to put it to you, Southern Cali, but 99, as I say,
SWL 48.
Lay down on that, Porky. I'll see you.
SWL 49. And I don't know if 111 heard me, but we heard him live and direct.
6 1/4. Hear your radio too, Cotton Picker.
Cotton Picker, SWL 51.
6 1/4. Breaker.
Let's try SWL 50. I don't want to go too much out of order. SWL 51. I'll look for, Dave may have already checked in on the list. I'll check that. SWL 52.
6 1/4. 166. Bob.
I'll get Aaron checked in. He may stop by on the crossband. It's up and running.
Bush Chul, K99.
SWL 53, Mr. Belair checked in not too long ago. Let me take a pause from the list and scroll back through the video. SWL 64, Craig, I see you. We will get you checked in and not feeling 100%. So do what you're supposed to do to feel better, and we will look for you next time. JZ, SWL 83, I see. I'm going to check you in now there, JZ. Jay-Z from Ohio, checking in with us tonight. SWO 102. I'm going to get you in right now, John, in case you have to go away, but obviously say hello radio. I'm just going through people I see there. Hello to Hemorrhoid. Thanks for joining us. United Delta X-Ray 362, checking in from Rockwood, Tennessee, as always. I'll look for the weather report. Ours is lots of cold. 21. I did get you official. Let me do it again. Watching from the horizontal side, they said you got out on time tonight. I liked all your third-party traffic in the shack tonight. Al Norman, where's the best place to listen? The best place to listen is right at your radio, were you to be in the Central Valley of California. Otherwise, you can go to oldtuberadio.net on your streaming device and not have to worry about the pictures, a little less bandwidth. Or when you go there, there is a link. And I do believe I have the right URL up. You just press the little watch on YouTube page at oldtuberadio.net and we'll take you right to the YouTube thing. So either way, for your dining, dancing, and Old Tube Radio Network pleasure.
3.8 comes into my radio.
Looking good, Hans. Uncle Hairball, SWL 59. I will get 59 checked in on my list. The skip is trying to die out here, but you never know. Never know who's hearing who anymore. Seeing who is out there. SWL 103 checking in. Hey, Joey, I will get you checked in now. We'll call you again. If I remember where I was when I stopped. Yeah, I was. I was right going to page 3. 103 from South Carolina, Tango Romeo 21 X-Ray. Mid-Atlantic Radio Repair. I hope you are repairing some radios. Sending them out. I've got a whole bunch I could send you. Were I to do that. Good evening. SWL 79. Hey, Phil, I think I might have heard you earlier, but we'll get you checked in. Although you've got a big signal. I could hear you direct through the mini grass, no problem. Dennis Overload. UDX, United Delta X-Ray 4570 in Palm Springs. What is the QTH of the moon? I don't know. Do they have a satellite tracker on the moon? People do moon mounts, you know. I got Bill. Albert's listening in. I do have the uplink. Looks like it might work tonight, so we'll check a little bit later.
Bad, right.
CB Lounge 2112. Giving the big CB 2112 Lounge wave to the Old Tube Radio Network and all those around. Hot Springs, Arkansas is the place to be in your RV, Cruising America 007 Extreme CB.
Chook, bush chook, way down, jumping up and down, flapping his wings and fluffing his feathers. Bush chook, you're chook.
Thanks for stopping by, and I see you have figured out where to be. You don't want to be here in the Central California. We're having cold weather right now. So, all right, let's go back to page 3 is where we left off.
I think that's what I was supposed to do. I mean, you get a couple of women out of man. I was supposed to do if you get a couple of women.
And Captain Robert, hey, Captain Robert, if you're listening, we will get you checked in as always. And we are always open for your speedy recovery. Always glad when you can jump by, get on, or at least get a message out to all your friends here at the Old Tube Radio Network.
You're sticking me in my mouth.
Sherlock Ohms is connecting to the Old Tube Radio Network, such that it is saying hello, radio.
Hello, radio.
And there's SWL 37. I checked you in earlier, but I thought once you get by the microphone, we'll do it officially here. Over.
Oh, okay. Well, since you're taking in all the medical reports, you ready for mine?
Go ahead, over.
I gotta go back in. You know, they did one on me on the 1st of March.
I gotta go back in on the 22nd again.
All right, well, sometimes they do a test and they say, yeah, okay, that's what that is, and then they do the real thing. They do the real deal.
Well, they did the real deal last time. They got to go back and do some more real deals on the 22nd of this month.
All right, well, sounds like they're keeping an eye on it, and they have a handle on where it's at, so they can get it out of there.
Oh, yeah, they got to go in. I've got 5 stents in there right now, and they're going to put another one in and probably do our balloon in another part.
Take care, Mr.
Exactly. All right, well, you are sounding good. I hope you are feeling good, and you are definitely checked in.
I could use some energy.
All right, well, I don't know. Ovaltine is supposed to help.
Okay. Well, I'm glad you can hear me okay, I think, anyway.
I can hear you over.
Audio okay?
The audio is a little rough.
Is that better?
That is a lot better.
Well, I had it on earlier so you could hear me, and it was hard getting out there, if you know what I mean.
Indeed. I think that's why you talk to Skip. No, you sound good that way.
Yeah. Well, they heard me in Hawaii, anyway. You know, at number 5, whatever. All right, Dennis, I'm going to get out of here. I get running out of breath here pretty quick, so I'm going to go back in here. Sit down.
All right, get into the big easy chair and do your thing. Thanks for stopping by the L2 Radio Network.
Okay, thank you, Dennis.
Directed net roll call. We'll be checking in radios in just a moment. The Skip is sort of on its way out. SWL 52. I forgot about that earlier. He's in 52 is going to be getting up close and personal with the sun, or the no sun eclipse. So good deal, sir. And hope all is going well and you've got a spot. You have a spot where there is no clouds. I heard some reports that there could be a lot of clouds out there. So, Aaron, take care and have a good time. All right, I want to get some other stations in. Steve Edwards says, I see your cat messed up blinds. You know who did that? That was Pink, the MIA Pink cat, who couldn't stay out of the blinds there. So yeah, I went all this time, and a wild pink kitty did that. She's still MIA too. Let's see. Let's go to.
The first guy, bigger. Now, he got choked up and he can't find it, nobody. And nobody, if he can't find it.
Gotta get on the right page. 54. SWL 55.
Way back. Brega.
SWL 55. SWL 56.
Good evening, Dennis and the net. 56, just for kicks.
All right. We could use a few kicks. You've been through this drill before, the 20 over 9 of noise, but sometimes we can still hear you. Thanks for checking in.
The mainland waving at you.
SWL 57, Mr. BDA, Brown Dog Audio checking in. Happy to report that he's making progress learning the aviation radio genre. Lots to learn, but it's becoming quite the hobby.
Been like a dog chasing it.
Well, good deal. What is it? What's the AM frequency? 138 megahertz or something like that? I don't know. Anyway, once you get full of knowledge, you can depart some of it to us. Some of us novitiates here. But it does look interesting. And there's the flight paths. You know, you can the flight checker and everything else, and add some audio to go with it. SWL 58.
Every day, Camp Bigger.
Thanks for checking in there, Brown Dog Audio. SWL 59.
I didn't think it was going to be very easy to nobody there, right?
Uncle Hairball, I got you checked in early. No problem. SWL 60. Joe, I hear you if you're still there.
Yeah, we're still here there, Dennis. Bob on an evening time to everyone out there. SWL 60. Checking in.
All right, looking good. Yeah, the Skip is kind of on its way out.
Ain't nobody's business.
Well, I thank God for that. At least you heard me.
Oh, yeah, no problem at all.
Nobody's business.
Okay, thank you.
In the hot country, break.
The Old Tube Radio Network, Real Radio's Glowing in the Dark, streaming live, oldtuberadio.net. Getting ready to check in the radios. Right now, directed net roll call looking for SWL 61, who checked in earlier. Copenhagen just before the program here. SWL 62.
Still projecting. I know that it's still projecting. Nice signal here to the truck.
Oh, 9 hours of driving, 5 more, and it should be there. So you are watching me on your personal phone device, no doubt.
Boy, and you can crank that antenna back up to its normal height. Ain't nobody's business, Wombat.
Trying to see if I'm on the right page here.
It's a good day, Break.
Yeah, Project 224. Hope listening to the radio waves on Monday, Eclipse can make it for interesting radio. We'll get a report from Aaron. I don't know how many devices he's going to have up and running while the sun is doing its thing or not doing its thing. We'll get some reports on if the DX gets better in that 7 minutes.
And before you stay...
When it's nighttime. SWL 62.
That's on a fire from the 99. 99 California on the triangular path said to stay warm, my friend. Hey, no...
And 57, we did get you no problem.
9, he said you stay warm there. Break.
Popcorn 913. I've been eating popcorn all week. Somebody bought some of that, I don't know, bagged popcorn, Skinny Pop or something. So I've been having popcorn all week. So I passed the popcorn machine this evening here at the Old Tube Radio Network.
99, there's a cruise on by at 99.
I'll call 63 again.
And one more time, you big mouth, standing by.
118 to 138. Thanks for the update on that. I knew they were up in that band somewhere on your scanner. For the aircraft band. Project 224. Actually, it is the old microphone with the shotgun head. And we're running through the audio board with a little different EQ and stuff. I'm still working on that. But it should allow me to do better things once I once I figure it all out. Skinny Pop got down. There you go. Directed net roll call, 64. We've got 64. Craig checked in earlier. SWL 65. SWL 66.
99, Wombat, 99, Wombat.
SWL 67, I checked in earlier. Bill was on the video stream trying to get the internet to work.
99, there it is right there.
SWL 68, NY 157. Michael, we got you checked in early.
Call me the hippopotamus.
SWL 69.
Hey, big old mouth. Hey, 99, the big mouth, the big mouth, the big...
Who is that 99? Kenny, I've got you checked in. I didn't see you earlier, but you might be watching sooner than later.
Some noise.
So we'll look for the, where is it? The 69, the SWL 69 is somewhere over here. Yeah, the video's working through all the wires.
Come on.
Yeah, I hear that. It's like the 99 time out here. The Sony reel-to-reel recorder. Somebody still has one. Who still has their reel-to-reel recorders? Their cassette recorders. That's the good stuff. 69 is in SWL 70.
Slapping my ears from side to side. I hear you, Golden Gate Bridge.
They're talking to the Golden Gate Bridge out there. SWL 71. Stan checking in from Dallas, Georgia. I did not get on the bands at all today. I've been super busy. And he says... this week is the Georgia State Parks on the Air for POTA, Parks on the Air. We're going to be doing TOTA. That's Tubes on the Air. We'll be activating that. We'll talk to Tony about the activation coming up here in a little bit. Parks on the Air from Georgia State. Stan will be working the Fort Mountain State Park Sunday afternoon. Okay, I'll look for that. I might have a chance to get on. Next weekend is a Georgia QSO party. They'll be working that as well. All right, should be able to hear Georgia, no problem. 71, you've got your hands full as usual. We got you checked in. SWL 72. SWL 73.
And that's how it goes there, 99. And 99, they count to 90.
SWL 74, we got Miss Julie checked in.
99, they call me Big Mouth. And 99, great Big Mouth. Australia's want to know you don't.
SWL 75. I wonder if Big Mouth has an old tube radio. Have to get him to check it in. SWL 76. Red Fox 1. And Al, yes, Highway 99 goes right through Fresno. There's songs about that. I think it's Dave Alvin has a song about Highway 99. SWL 77.
Hello, 99 with the DX Coffee Wombat. Don't worry about that big...
In fact, we've probably had check-ins from people driving up and down 99. And I know Harvey is often running up and down 99, listening into the Old Tube Radio Network.
Hey, boys, sure.
SWL 78. SWL 79, we got checked in. SWL 80. Do not forget to feed the fish. I got a nice ride in the limos, the blue and the red limo, because it was the heat went out. Yeah, right in the middle of the cold spell. Didn't need the heat; it went out. So I went into the limousines, and they drove me around with the heater on. Nice guys. It was good. SWL 81. SWL 82. Happy birthday to Ron, Mr. Bones, who is celebrating. Got him checked in. Ron is host most evenings on Friday evenings at 8 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time on the Ditchbanks Sideband Net, channel 36 lower, 27365, 8 p.m. Pacific Daylight Time. Check it out if you are around. If you are in the skip zone, sometimes it is even live streamed as well. We're going to do a little sideband with your Old Tube Radio. SWL 83, I got Mr. Jay-Z from Ohio checked in early.
He's here in the tropics of Australia. 50% Judy Cycle all-day talk show. Come on, mate.
Then we've got SWL 84. I heard him on the Jefferson Noontime Net, and along with all the ladies, the radio ladies. We've got Cheerios Kid, Mountain Maid, Tandy Girl, and Snowy Owl checked in. Over to SWL 89.
Hello, man. Hey, 6 1/4, you did a cow come in warm back. This is giving me a warm.
Don't you? I love that AM selective fading, where you hear the AM carrier and then part of the upper side band and part of the lower side band. You know the conditions are good when you get that. SWL 90. SWL 91. Way over that way, Mr. Felix.
Afternoon.
Well, I don't know if he's out there, 6 1/4. We'll look here.
Now, did you hear that? That sounded like a Browning Eagle can down. How come we can't check that in?
But you on the tail coming in 99, you did say good day, no doubt about it. Hello, Mr.
SWL 91. Felix, I see you looking good. Right in my screen. We got the radio, the bozo, and the wave in a hand. It's all there. Felix leaves nothing out when he checks in.
99.
I love how people are polite during skip, asking for a break. The breaking station, go ahead.
99, boys, shook.
Well, I just wanted to acknowledge. I know I did hear a breaking station. Just wanted to acknowledge that a little bit. And it's loud out there tonight. Let's go to SWL 92.
Down, bye.
And we got a whole lot of protection.
Where's Mr. Roman tonight? I got a squeaky chair. Hear that? Everything's falling apart here. Got a very squeaky chair in here tonight. Let's see, who's on the celebrity corner? Oh, there he is, right there, Big Rich, 6520, on the golden digital microphonium tonight.
Big Mouth.
Saying hello radio to the Old Tube Radio Network, the SWLs, the Tube Radio operators, Skip Land, and everything else. Thanks for joining us there, Big Rich. Hope all is going well in your neighborhood, as they say. SWL 93.
You're in my radio, Pac-Man Wombat, right?
Pac-Man Wombat. SWL 95. SWL 96. Can we hear the ditch banks out in Kermit?
Doing a walk-away 6 1/4. Hey, 6 1/4. As you're doing a walk-away, can you get in, mate? Just make sure them...
SWL 97. What's happening in Boston tonight?
Something for me. Make sure them boys can they can buy something for me. Make sure them boys can they can do something for me. Take care of 6 1/4, big man. Looking for my...
Man Wombat. SWL 98. And Tracy was in earlier. Hey, Tracy, I've got you checked in.
On the mini station.
And I think I just covered somebody up. Who was that checking in?
Hey, 193, Bush,
Yeah, 95. I'll get Warthog 95 checked in. Not a problem.
Afternoon magic show happening.
SWL 99. Randy was in.
It's been a fine Saturday evening. Welcome to...
Big man, big. Hey, 6 1/4. What'd you walk away for?
Not sure, but this is all his fault, I think.
Hey, 6 1/4. What'd you...
Everybody calling for 99. I know which 99 they're looking for. Randy says yes. He's not proud. He says, yeah, this is my fault. Oh, where are we going? You know where we're going to go? Let's activate. And I hope, I don't know. I'm going to keep the radio keyed. I'm going to go over to the Echo Link. Is it up? I'm going to try a little Echo Link, see if it's coming through the board. I don't know. It'll be the first time tonight. See, we can't find out what's happening on tubes on the air. KB6GFD. KD4BAO from KB6GFD. That's how we do it. Go ahead. I always forget how to do the Echo Link protocol.
Good evening, Dennis. Please check in SWL 100. Hearing you loud and clear through Echo Link. Back to net control, KD4BAO.
All right. It worked. It came through the board. It came through everywhere else. I think everybody heard you. I heard you. I know you've got your finger on the activation button for the tubes on the air. That'll be coming up in moments. Thanks, and hope you are staying warm out there in McClellanville. 73, KB6GFD. All right, and we'll pick up another Echo Link before we go to the tubes here tonight. I see, who is that? Al is on. Okay, we'll talk to Al here in a little bit. SWL 102, John, I checked you in earlier. If you're there, go ahead and wave a hand.
Watermelon.
Or whatever it is that they wave on Citizen Band Radio.
Blue watermelon. No, that's...
Scranton, Arkansas.
No, tell one about watermelon for me. The big mouth, bye.
SWL 103, I see Joey waving from South Carolina. The beach, the mountains, it's nice wherever you are. Rain next week. California's like that sometimes. Weather-wise, anyway. That's why people like South Carolina. Thanks for checking in. SWL 109.
Good evening, Dennis. Crawdad 109 checking in.
Oh, man, Mr. Crawdad like a bobcat. He's just waiting. He's waiting in the weeds to pounce on Skipland and jump down here into Midtown. You're sounding good. You probably can't hear me, but you're got a big signal here tonight. Thanks, 109.
Thank you.
All right, a crafty 109. Waiting. I was thinking he's not going to be out there, and there he was at the microphone. And let's go to SWL 110. SWL 111, recorded live. Robert checked in earlier. I know he probably couldn't hear me, but he's there.
Mother Nature, you can blame
SWL 113.
Good luck, but this time...
All right, they're telling me I'm off. I got to be in front of the microphone with this shotgun now.
Wonderful.
I got to be careful where it is. You know, it's kind of in a bad spot. It's thing is 18 inches long. It's hard to put it in the microphone mount anymore. SWL 113. SWL 114. All right, 114, I heard you. I will take a transmission here. Hopefully you can hear me saying that I heard you. Over. All right, thanks. Boy, we got a pipeline to Australia tonight. Let's go to SWL 128. And I saw John on my screen earlier. What was up? He's checking in a couple minutes ago from, where is he at? Fairfax, Virginia, somewhere in that area. SWL 131. Shortwave listener 133.
I'm still collecting in 99. At 99, I'm still collecting. I thought I'd collect a little bit more because you want me to.
Al says I would make a good air traffic controller. I don't know how they do it. I would probably. I mean, thanks for the compliment. I would probably not do too well. I would probably last all of one day, and then they would take me down to the what do they call it, the tarmac or something, and say, here, you can load some luggage, or unload some luggage. I needed to do something, but you know what? Before we go on, let me get SWL 11 and 12, who have sauntered up into their respective radio rooms. Mr. Cornbread probably walking in, and Dapper Dan sauntering into the air chair to say, it is time for the Old Tube Radio Network. Let me say hello, radio, to the Old Tube Radio Network. So Dapper Dan, Mr. Cornbread, we have you checked in, coming back from the barber shop. That's where I need to go. I don't know when the last time I was at the barber shop. I think they stopped doing that stuff after COVID. Let's go to, you know who's waiting? Who's waiting to check in, and I'll be able to hear you. SWL 135.
SWL 135 checking in.
And you know, it sounds like it's still working. Over. Indeed, it sounds good. All right, no, we're going to have one radio tonight. SWL 137. SWL 145. It's Tony up in Corsco. I was thinking he might jump in on the crossband. For some reason, I got logged out of my email. I was trying to see if we had our questions, our Friday questions here. And of course, since I got logged out, everything's kind of funky. Here they are. All right. The questions. I'll read them cold because I haven't seen them before. Who made the transmitter/receiver often referred to as the Hot Water 16? Well, I know that one. You all know that one. In the ham radio world, that company designated their radios as HW and a number. HW 101 or HW 16. In the CB world, and this manufacturer did make CB radios, they used the GW. I don't know what G was, for general, whatever. And we've checked in a couple of GW 4s and 7s. But that would be the ever-popular Heathkit, known as a hot water, and I don't know what we call it here on 11 meters, the GW. Question number 2. In World War II, the hams built what were called razor blade radios. What brand and what type of blade did they most typically use the unique properties? Well, I know the razor blade radios, and you can go online, Google razor blade radios, and it's like a crystal radio type of thing. It's a receiver. So I don't know. What was there only one manufacturer? Who was making blades back then? Gillette? Schick? I don't know. Answer. Foxhole radios, razor blade radios were mostly used the Gillette Blue Blade. So were you able to find an actual flat, double-edged Gillette Blue Blade, build yourself one of those razor blade radios? All right, thanks, Tony. Good question. SWL 147, Neil checked in. He's out there. Got him checked in early. SWL 188, Bobby on the flat side, listening to just about everywhere but the local stuff. We got you checked in.
Hello, 196.
Mr. Snowbeast, and I will try and dance between the skip here to see if we can get 195. Hello, 195.
195, checking in, Dennis. Are you all
All right, 195, I heard you, no problem. You were right in the little valley of the no skip there. 195 is checked in.
Thank you much, Dennis.
All right, he does it every week. They're covering everybody up, and the guy who's farthest away jumps right in. Let's go to SWL 226. And anybody else who need to check in that I missed, I'm listening. All right, nothing seemed to break, which is a good thing. Let's see, Orban, we're still got audio, REA 67 radio, we're still doing whatever we want there. The asymmetrical stuff is a little weird, but nobody's complaining. So I will be back. We are going to... We're going to go to the Echolink link, maybe, if I get him to unkey here, see what Al is up to. So hang on just a second. All right, KI6CBA from KB6GFD. Take a transmission on Echolink. Let's see if we can hear you. Over. All right, we'll see if we can get Al up on the Echolink, see where he's at. I can't remember if he's in Reading. Go through the delay. I know it's delay. Go ahead and go straight Echolink, and we'll pick you up for a contact here. Now you know why I have so many issues, because there's about 4 different things that have a delay around here. He's in Sparks, Nevada, on the Echolink. Well, Al, I didn't hear your response, so we may have a delay issue. So not a problem. I know the Echolink is working, so I'm going to be right back. We are setting up for the tube radios, and we will see. I know we've got at least one out there. Back in a moment. Your Old Tube Radio Network, oldtuberadio.net, and just about everywhere else.
080, it's a dark fucking mess. 166, it's a Shaka Wave. Aloha. 080, breaker.
All right. Let's try that. Let's start that. I've got to reset everything when I do this. I'm going to reset that. I'm going to go ahead and reset this one.
Nice pine, nice strain, Black Dragon. Check.
Start the audio.
Check.
I'm going to go ahead and reset. Get rid of the audio. All right. That makes me feel good. Let me get rid of the audio over here. Maybe. Were there to be audio? Oh, that's interesting. I've got no audio controls. Well, that's not a good thing. Okay, I don't know what the deal is with that. Oh, there it is. Yeah.
Hello, DX Coffee Machine 1990. You still got any conditions over there in Kelly?
All right, still trying to get to the set. Here we go. Confirmation of dual audio. There it is. Hide that. We are up and running without incident. We're on stream 2. I'm not going to touch a thing over there because it's working. Pull out the tube radio page. Oh, wow. And I think it's all ready to go. As they say in the biz, here goes nothing.
You may not find us on your TV because in case you did not know, we're being brought to you by
OTR.
Brought to you by
27.085 megahertz.
Brought to you by RADI.
Well,
The Old Tube Radio Network.
all right, they're applauding for you. Yes, they're applauding for you and your tube radios. The stars of the show, or this to be a show, but the reason that the Old Tube Radio Network has been around for so long, since the mid-1980s, believe it or not, is the tube radios and their tube radio performances. We will be listening for them right now through the skip. OTR standing by.
135.
All right, there was not a problem, nary a problem with the ping or any such thing. 135, jump into the air chair. You are radio number 1 on my list. And take a transmission or two, over.
99, Wombat.
Okay. That's a good deal. I've been struggling with this thing for a while. Hey, gosh, with all this skip, how come we aren't hearing Dwayne and Chrissy out there?
It's the skip is coming from the wrong direction, unfortunately. And we even had Randy from Arizona, who I think they were hearing. We weren't hearing Arizona, but everybody else was. All right, and the Rolodex is not working tonight. So I will try my best to bring the pictures up when I can find them, meaning I'm going to have to do it all manually. So that's the one thing that's broke that I couldn't get fixed because I'm not the IT guy around here. So go ahead with your transmission. Let us all know what it is that you have in your king radio position.
Okay, you'll just have to use your imaginations. I'll try to paint you a picture of a radio from Laconia, New Hampshire, or New Hampster, as I like to say. This is the Browning Eagle R27S23. Two-piece radio with a big on-the-air light. It's telling me I'm on the air. I hope I'm on the air. There are 16 tubes. I think that's 11 in the receiver and 5 more in the transmitter. Hello, and it appears to be working. And I appear to be very nearly right on frequency. If I'm not right on, according to the manual and everything, and the SAMs. It's in SAMs.
Is it 10? I think it's in SAMs 10. Of course,
it transmits on all 23 channels. It receives all 23 channels, AM only, and the microphone this is an Astatic Golden Eagle D104 because some of my other microphones just what do you call the Browning Banana mic made by Electro Voice. I could plug that in if you want me to. If this is good enough, we'll leave it alone. Back to you there, Dennis.
Back to me in the studio. Yeah, it looks like we are working. You are sounding great. I found a shot of the R27S23 with the addition, which I don't think you have there, but that's the smaller box. If anybody's looking at the pictures, the 180 business band amplifier. Dwayne, SWL30 saying spring has sprung. The Eagle has landed. It sounds great. The ping is doing good. You're getting over the noise of Skipland with no problem at all. And take a transmission. I'll check your frequency. We don't have the Larry Cam tonight, but I do have the zero beat.
Okay. Well, that's a good deal. It's too bad. I would have liked to have seen this on the Larry Cam. Let's see. Oh, and I forgot to give you your signal report. You are 5N9, or actually 10 over. You're 10 over 9. Solid 5 copy. I'm not hearing the skip, at least not when you were transmitting just now. So we'll see how the whole skip situation goes. Let's see, what else can I say about this thing? I love I don't know if your picture, I hope it does, shows the really cool on-the-air window-sized light on the transmitter. It's one of the things that attracted me to this radio in the first place. It's a very cool radio. The transmitter has a few goodies on it, SWR and modulation, which always shows you slamming over 100%. The receiver has lots of cool automatic noise limiter and automatic voltage, or is it volume? I think it's automatic volume control. And lots of goodies to help you out. With your receiving needs. Also, the receiver tells you not just the channel you're on, but also the frequency. It shows 27085 on the right side. Back to you.
Back to me in the studio. Yes, all of that what you said. We're looking at the picture of the Eagle, the first of the Brownings to be called an Eagle, and the reason is, and I'm getting a larger shot, there is a, what'd you call it, silhouette of an eagle right next to the tuning knob and right next to the on-the-air light. And this photo that we have is not from your collection, but it shows, and it's just a big orange glow on ours. So it's kind of making the on-the-air, I'm sure it says on-the-air, I can see the ON, but the rest of it is just kind of overexposed. And it is the same size, it looks like, as the S-meter. So they've sort of positioned the S-meter on one, or the, not the S-meter, there's a transmitter, but the output meter and the on-the-air meter side to side. The Eagle has definitely landed. You're paired up with the receiver. A lot of people said that was one of the better receivers. In fact, all the Browning receivers were quite good. And I get you zero beated at 27,084,885. So about 100 cycles low is what I've got over.
Okay. Let's see. My freaky counter says 085 to 0851. 0850 to 0851. So at least on this freaky meter, that's as close as we can tune this thing. So close enough. I'm well within your bandwidth, I hope. And like I say, there's all sorts of goodies on this thing to help out with the receive and hopefully with the transmit as well. Oh yes, that's what I was going to say. The on-the-air window is notoriously difficult to photograph. It looks really cool in person, right? I mean, if you're looking at it, it's crystal clear. There's no problems. But I've had trouble. I have photographed it, but they didn't come out very well. The channel window always comes out as a bright white light. You can't read the channel number, and like you say, the on-the-air tends to be a fuzzy orange, even though here in real life it's nice and red, and the on-the-air is very clear, easy to read. But yeah, it's really hard to photograph, and I'm not sure why. I'm sure maybe some of the better cameras and better photographers can probably do a better job on that sort of thing. Back to you.
Yeah, it would. Oh, there it is. Boy, that's taken a long time. I think our Rolodex database is doing bad things. I brought up the advertisement. World's finest CB base station, $359 from Laconia. The Browning Eagle is the most modern base station you can buy. It has all, and this is 1964, I believe. It has all the latest features you've been looking for, and it delivers that famous Browning base station performance. If you want the base station that's the talk of the CB airwaves, and it is, you want the new Browning Eagle, the undisputed mark of excellence in CB radios. And then it gives all the transmitter and receiver specifications. The address where you want to take it down and ask more questions about Browning Laboratories Incorporated at 1269 Union Avenue, Laconia, New Hampshire, 03246. Over.
Yes. Okay, I've switched to the Browning Banana mic. It has a little BL logo on it, and it's two-tone, dark brown and a light brown. How does this one here compare with the D104? Some people like it better. Others do not. So how do you feel about it? 1, 2, 3, 4, suffering, sibilance, and boom, boom, boom. Back to you.
All right, yeah, the orange furniture, sizzling sausage, boom, boom, boom. There is a definite difference. The prior microphonium has a lot more high-end presence. This one is mellower. I looked at the S meter. They're both, even though to your ear and even to the Orban meter, this one is definitely not as loud, or at least perception loud. It is a bit mellower. So my guess is you've got a DX microphone, which you had on prior, and this is the, we're going to go into the rag shoe microphone because you don't want to, make the receiving station say, this is too much audio. So it's not too much audio before. I don't know. I'm not sure which one I like. I think for what we're doing, the other one probably is a little bit more showy. But for a long conversation, this is a nice sounding microphone. Over.
Yeah, well, like I say, I had to get out an amplified D104 for the. I didn't know if I was going to be able to make it through the skip. You know how it's been going. But things seem to have quieted down a bit. I thought I might at least try this and get the comparison on the air. So I can listen to it later. But I can switch back to the other microphone real quick if you like.
Yeah, in fact, go ahead and do that while I'm talking. I've got the S meter up. We'll see if it moves at all. Comments from the shortwave listeners. Sounds good. Sounds, let's see, Foxman 362. But the Banana mic sounds very nice, clean audio. And so either one. I know one might be easier to use. The Banana mic is always nice because you can, it's a little lighter and you can pull it out of the bass when you want to try and orchestrate your ping. Over.
Absolutely. It's actually a lot of fun. I can actually kind of whip it around the speaker without even hardly trying. This, I kind of just lean it over so I don't break the mic. I might be talking a little too loud into this one too, sorry. But I wanted to demonstrate it, as issued. Those things were issued with the Banana mics. Is there another designation for those things? I have not found in any of the writings, like a mic model number or anything like that. Everybody just calls it the Banana mic, for lack of a better description, I guess. And I have no idea what it's supposed to be called. Harvey might know that. I think if anybody does, he probably does. I was just wondering if you did. Back to you.
I do.
Okay, yeah, because it's Turner, Shure, Electro Voice, a static. Harvey, pick it up. Who makes that microphonium? Over.
It's Electro Voice. And let me think. One's the 720 and one's the 729. One's ceramic, one's crystal. And off the top of my head, can't tell you which one's which. Someone else probably knows. And I'll let you know, but it's a 727 and 729.
All right, and that was Electro Voice?
Yes, Electro Voice.
Okay, so it's the EV727 or 729. And I don't know of any other radios that they use those. Sometimes you get a microphone and it'll be used for call-ins, or it'll be, a mock-up for some Regency thing. But I think, from what I remember, that style of microphone just seemed to be used on the Brownings, unless there is an element. You're going by the element number rather than the style of the microphonium. All right, good deal. But there is a big difference when you hear the playback, and it's hard to decide. It's almost like the Goldilocks and the Three Bears. One is too much, one is just right. And I think you are good in your proximity effect on the D104. You don't want to play into it too much, and you probably don't want to be in a very live or noisy room as well. For tonight, the loud mic is playing well. Over.
Yeah. Let's see. I'm a couple of feet back from it, and all the meters show that that's probably a good place to be. I have it turned up halfway. It's just making a guess. I could go higher, could go lower, but yeah, I just wanted to be able to have something to get through the skip with, and in case it calmed down, I wanted to use the as-issued Electro Voice microphone. Yeah, I knew they were made by Electro Voice, but yeah, I had no idea what the model numbers were on that, because there's nothing on the microphone, and I haven't been able to find anything. I've got some of the manuals for these radios, and they did issue these, I think, with all the radios through the Mark III. Not this one. This is the Golden Eagle D104, of course, but the banana mic. And then for the Mark IV, they got something else in there. I'm not sure if it's a Turner or not, but yeah, the Electro Voice made the mics for these, all the way through the Mark IIIs. So it's a good one to have if you want that, original issue kind of sound. But yeah, most of the people I knew, back in the 70s and 80s and 90s and 100s, and just about everybody put a D104 on these radios, and it can take it. These circuits, these tubes on these transmitters, can take all the extra stuff you can lay into them. Back to you.
Yes, they can. Built like a tank. Receivers work well. The transmitters are very hard to, not sure how they did that, but plate modulation, very hard to oversaturate on the audio, and it's nice and loud. Someone asked if you have the stand or the base for that Electro Voice. I'm assuming you do. Otherwise, you'll have to kind of set it on the desk, right?
Yeah, I do both. Right now, it's sitting in its base, the matching base. Electro Voice made another series of these in like a blue and light blue, and I think they had a gray or bluish type metal base. The one I've got here is the actual Browning, tan brown metal base, and yeah, I think it's just not complete without it. Back to you.
Yes, and you can find them sort of in. Sometimes you can find the bases. The mic bases, but not the microphones. When you're at some type of a swap meet or items, I was trying to see if I could get a photo of said microphonium, but due to the Rolodex issue thing, it looks like that is not going to happen. So anyway, you are radio number 1 on the Browning Eagle. That's the R27 S23. And it sounds good no matter what microphonium you have. So it must be your voice.
Yeah, who knows? It's cold out here, so I'm getting the plague. I forgot to answer your question. Yeah. On the transmitter is the what I would call a profile of an eagle head. And does it? Gosh, it's hard to see out here in the dark. But I don't know if it actually, does it say eagle? Yes, it does. Yeah. Right, it says Browning Eagle R27, and on the transmitter Browning Eagle S23. So yeah, this is that's official. It's the official Eagle.
And indeed, the Eagle has landed. Thanks for bringing us Radio Noah. I found from Radio Museum Mag, and it's like the worst picture of that Electro Voice microphone you could get, but it does show the base, the square base with the little insert where you put it in, and it's not electronically. It's just a base. The cord is actually on the microphone itself. It's not on the base. So the base is basically just a holder. There's the push-to-talk switch on the front. Oh, now that I see that, does the switch, is it momentary, meaning you have to hold your finger on it, or is there a way to lock it on?
Yeah, it's a spring-loaded momentary rocker switch. So yeah, you have to hold it down, kind of like the D104 here that I'm doing right now. Now, this has a slidey thing that you can lock it down with, but the Banana mic does not. It's just a spring-loaded momentary rocker switch.
Okay, I found another picture so people can see. It is the coloration, the dual gold tone, and so it matches the radio. I think the original ones have I'll call it a non-coiled cord. It's a straight cord. Is yours like that?
Yeah, it's a straight light brown cord. No curly coiliness. I suppose if you straightened it out. And yeah, the colors match the radio very, very well. Because the radio is also like a dark chocolate brown and then a lighter gold brown in coloration. So yeah, I think they did a good job matching these things up. What do you think?
I think so. And there is, at least on the microphonium I'm showing, there's a round meatball logo, something on the mic screen. I don't know if you have that there, and if it's something that you would need a magnifying glass to see if it actually has a logo or something on it.
Oh, yes. Yeah, mine has the BL, Browning Laboratories, little meatball in the lower right-hand corner area of the element screen. I'll get this terminology down one of these days. But yeah, it's a cursive BL, which is very nice. Browning Laboratories.
All right. Whoa. Something just went crazy here. I apologize. Hold on. The audio, man. What happened? I think I have I don't know what's causing that. I may have a bad interface, but the audio to the stream just took a big wacko. So I'm adjusting that on the fly. And I don't know if that's the audio board, if that's a connector. What does that? But anyway, okay, we've got radio number 1. Sorry about that. The Browning Eagle R27 S23. And the microphonium as well, so it's a good thing. Over.
Yeah, and thanks for letting me check it in. You might try tuning your audio like way down or something, because yeah, it sounds like it's about to explode. Thanks for letting me check it in, and I'll catch you guys next week.
Okay. Oh wow. Let's go to number 2. Mix 2. Test radio 112, and something. It's like the board. I wonder if I have a digital whammo. I wonder if I got some RF into the board here. I may have to reset the audio board. Over.
Oh, you went from God to.
Yeah, does it sound like it's sputtery as well?
No, just undermodulated, like you're way in the background.
See, that is so weird. The modulation meter is showing, yeah. See, that's too much audio. So I'm distorting the input of the board. I may have to reset this. See, I can adjust the output of the radio like that. How is that sounding? Over.
Mucho bettero. Yeah, that is much better. But yeah, over here I was definitely hearing shredding, like your audio was being put through a blender. I guess Harvey wasn't hearing it out where he was, but I was sure hearing it with your audio.
Yeah, okay. So no, there's something very strange, and it's showing that it's a little bit low, and I have some distortion. I think I've got the levels set okay. So I don't know where the problem is. If it's on the transmitter and the stream, that means it's the board. If it's only on the stream, or only on the oh, and there it is. See, now it went back to normal. Hold on. Now it went back to normal. Yeah. I knew it was too good to be true. All right. Well, anyway, let me sign with Cliff before I have smoke and fire over here. Over.
Shall we stand by, or can we check in radio?
Okay. I think what I'm going to do, because I don't know. See, all the levels look good now, but boy, it sure sounds bad in my headphones. And I'm new to all the board here. There's obviously something somewhere that is not happy. Wow. It looks like it's mix 16. So what I'm going to do, and see, it's coming and going. It's coming and going. So I'm going to, I need about a minute, probably. About a minute, and I'm going to reset. Okay, there it is. That sounds good now. And then I can turn this back up where they're supposed to be. At least I can monitor what's going on. I can't fix it. Radio. But I can kind of monitor what the audio is doing. Can you hear me now, over? I just wonder if I'm getting some RFS in something.
I hear you fine. A little bit low on audio for me.
Man, you guys like the audio thing, don't you? All right, well, I've also got a negative asymmetrical thing going. There it is. That should be good. You know what? Go ahead, since it's already late. And really, I don't know. I don't care what I sound like. I want to hear what the radios sound like. So go ahead and, Harvey, you have Radio 2, and I know you've got some stuff to talk about. So go ahead and take a transmission over.
Okay. This is a Johnson Messenger 223. Excuse me, it just arrived today. And I replaced all the caps, etc. Have not checked the tube, but it receives fine, or at least seems to. And I think the audio output might be a little low, although the meter is showing all kinds of good audio swing. The radio's meter. Anyway, no mic with it, so since I do have a couple other 223s I'm working on, and I have the mic, I just grabbed one and stuck it on here, and let me know how it sounds.
All right, so I may not be the best one to say how something sounds at the moment, since I'm having trouble with my sound. I'm going to make another adjustment on my audio, and then we'll have you come back. Radio. Wow. Turn that down. All right, thank you very much. I got to look at the REA meter. Radio 67. All right, so Johnson Messenger 223. Audio sounds good. Take a transmission again. I'll get the S meter up and take a look at the OR band meter. Over.
All righty. This model, this one, the 12BW4 tube in the back for voltage regulation. It's got a solid state one. So it's thrown out, around 5 watts audio, swing into about 13. Now, if I put an amplified mic on here, it'll really swing. But that's what this is. Unamplified, stock, 223, Johnson 223 desk mic. Now, also, I received another Johnson 223 mic, but someone drilled a hole in the back on top where the Turner adjustable pot would be for a gain control, put a stand-up knob on there and a shot, for the gain control, and put a preamp in this thing. It's in the head of the mic. 9-volt battery. What they did was they took the bottom from, I believe, a Radio Shack style amplified desk mic that has this battery holder case type thing on the bottom, and they adapted it for this mic, or that mic. Anyway, I would put it on with the exception of the fact that it came with a Cobra 4-pin plug, which does not work on this. So anyway, I tested it. It works fairly well. So I'm debating on which mic will go with this when I sell it. It needs some cleaning up. The speaker grill has... If somebody wants to take the front of the radio off, they have to pop off the speaker. It's a little difficult. It's got clamps on it. Push on little hold down clamps. You pop those off and you reset the grill. This does not have the meter adjust in the front or the modulation light. So this is that model without it. But anyway, I hope it sounds good. The receive seems fine. There is one bank of channels that are out, 1, 2, 3, and 4. And the reason that's out, is the person took the crystal out of the radio, wired it to a little earphone jack plug on the side. There's a cutout in the case for it. And what they did was, I would assume, put a crystal on the end of the back of that plug and plugged it in. And what they did was they could change and get upper and lower frequencies by different frequencies of the crystal. But they didn't include this with the radio when I got it. So I will find that crystal and put it in. Anyway, big long buzzards, key downs. So this thing stays working, which it is. And back to you, Dennis.
Back to me in the studio. The skip is starting to die down. Yeah, I would say you're definitely not 100% modulated. It sounds good. I can hear it kicking in my noise gate, which is an indication that the audio, the carrier is full quieting, but the audio isn't quite there. But it sounds good. It's the sound is good. I don't hear any humming. I did the zero beat. You were at 27,084.5, but it sounds good. Yeah, maybe they pulled that synthesized crystal out and put in a VFO. I know sometimes you can jump one of the VFOs in there, but typically you would put it in like the 7, you would put it in the first multiplier rather than one of the channel banks. So I guess whatever works, whatever gets you on those other channels back in the day. E.F. Johnson Messenger 223, and that that's electronic switching, so when you pull the microphonium you lose receive, is that correct?
That is correct. I changed microphones to a different stock Johnson 223 desk mic. How does this one sound?
quality is still good. Definitely doesn't sound like an amplified microphone, and you are a bit more gain, a bit louder on that. Over.
Okay. The plug kind of needs a little touching up, but I'm louder. Okay. These are Johnson, what I'll call Johnson cuff resonator type elements. The same or Turner elements that are in Johnson mics. I don't know. Anyway, I found a source for them. The ones that go in +2 desk mics. And I have a few of them. And I can get more. So I will check with these two mics how lively the cartridge is compared to the ones I have just purchased. If they're not quite as lively, I'll put one in, a better one, and maybe it'll go with this radio. That amplified Johnson mic, kind of unique. So I might keep it for one of mine. Plus, I have another one that's amplified too. And so, but a different type of preamp in it. Anyway, I'll turn it back to you, and then I'll maybe do one more radio.
Okay, very, very good. Let's see. I'm looking for the comments here. Sounding good. Someone is looking for a set of crystals. Speaking of crystals, set of crystals for a Robin T123B or a parts radio. Who is that? That's John. 102 in Arkansas. No, it's good. It's a nice, pleasant sound. So I'm thinking one could try an amplified microphone on there and tailor the gain to what they need, but it doesn't need one. I don't think you're quite at 100% modulation, but if you got the right amplified microphone on there, I think it would be just okay.
60.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, Harvey, you are radio number 2 with the EF Johnson 223. I'm just checking some of my stuff here. It looks like whatever that weird thing that happened is not happening, and I have no idea. So it's an intermittent thing. You never know what the intermittent thing was. I'm thinking I might have some RF spikes getting in. The Old Tube Radio Network, Real Radio's Glowing in the Dark. We wanted to check, and 60, I hear you. Step up in the air chair. We'll get you next. Haven't heard from the Jingle Singers tonight, and last week we had to put them on hiatus due to strangeness, but I think tonight, I'm looking around to see if it's going to work. I think tonight things are working. Let's give it a shot here.
You're listening in the latest style at
27.085 megahertz. Channel 11, Old Tube Radio.
In wonderful
Fresno, California.
Ah, yes, wonderful Fresno. It looks like they're kind of okay. Jingle Singers are. They want to do it again? Okay. They don't go away. I know we've been kind of slighting the Jingle Singers here tonight.
How do you do, ladies and gentlemen?
Yeah, no, that's not
Greetings to you, wherever you are. For music
a little louder.
And the latest news from home and from afar. The station for you is
OTR.
The station for you and you.
Old Tube Radio.
the station for
And maybe even you.
OTR.
The station for you, OTR. All right, it is working as they say somewhere, and let's go to what I think is going to be Radio 3. Hello, Joe, over.
Let me sneak in, Dennis.
Oh.
Go ahead, sneak in.
This is the sneak-in frequency, over.
Yeah, I was switching mics. Did you say something about someone wanting crystals for a robin?
Okay, a note on the video chat. John, 102 in Scranton, Arkansas, used ones from a T-Berry T, but they're soldered in. So he was looking for, he says, a set of crystals. I'm not sure what that a set would be, from a Robin T123B. They want to sell, or a parts radio, or I suppose, I mean, the Panasonic chassis, there could be other radios as well that would work, just like what he found on the T-Berry. They soldered them in, so I wonder if there's another style of radio that would have that. But that's what he is looking for. Over.
Ask him the list of frequencies. I probably have them.
All right, so let's see. If he was missing, see, that's the problem. If you're missing them, how would you know what frequencies? Or you mean what channels?
Well, yeah. You could tell me what channels, and that would kind of do the same thing. Whether it's a group of 4 or like missing 1, 5, 9, etc. You know, like that. They kind of work like that.
Put 14 on the list.
14 is on the list and sounding good. Yeah, I know when they synthesized, what was it, like 12 or 13 crystals make the whole thing, and you've got some multiplier somewhere typically. All right, we'll see if we can get that info. Thank you, Harvey. 14 is on the list. You will be after Joe, who is about ready to check in now. Hello, 60, over.
Hello, Dennis, and evening time to all the fellows out there on the band. I'd like to check in my Johnson 223.
All right, now that is some nice E.F. Johnson audio. What microphone are you using on yours, over?
Dennis, we are on the original Johnson desk mic.
Okay, that compared to what we just heard, it's a little bit brighter, a little bit more articulate, but not much. It still has good fidelity, but I would say your desk microphonium is in very good shape. It's sounding great, over.
Thank you much, sir. Dennis, we'd like to check in our 10-tube, 10-channel Johnson 223. Doggone it, well lit up, everything in pretty good shape, and we'd like to keep the Johnson theory going this evening. Really appreciated those Johnsons that Harvey had going there. We are, like I say, on the original desk mic, and this is non-amplified. I wish it was amplified, but in a sense, we'd like to keep the originality.
Very good. Key up again. I want to see the S meter here.
Yeah, okay. Like I said, it is a 23-channel, all-channel, and it's no modulation light. Standard, the original. This one didn't have that modification.
Okay, sounds good. I was just comparing to what Harvey was doing, and it's close. So Harvey, your microphone there, both of them were not that bad, not bad at all. There's a little lower in audio gain than what we're hearing from Joe. So I don't know if that would be an internal adjustment or not, but they're good. No problems. From what I'm hearing from Joe, yours was not that far off. Radio number. Where are we at? Number 3, E.F. Johnson, Messenger 223, yet again from Edgar Frederick. Is that what it was? Johnson, 1969 to about 1972. Their last last tube bass radio. It might have been the only bass radio. No, they had the 250, which I think was solid state, the golden anniversary. But they made a lot of mobiles that were transistorized, which probably isn't a bad thing in your mobile radio. It sounds good, Joe. Back to you for transmission, and thanks for bringing it by, and we'll pick up Sangertown after that.
Thank you much, sir. Yeah, we are definitely wanting to hear that Sangertown, too. Thanks for letting me check this one in, and we'll let it go at that.
All right, thanks so much. The Old Tube Radio Network here in Fresno, California, Central California. Sean, I'm going to get you officially, you got proxied in, but I'll get you an official, because we heard you through the skip, believe it or not. I mean, you kind of danced in between Australia, Hawaii, and 99 and 117, or whoever was out there, and you sounded pretty good. You still sound good. It's just you don't have any competition now. Take a transmission.
Yeah, I'm finally happy to be able to get back on the air after 2-3 weeks of this skip. It's about all I can do to sit there and, try and peek you out for an hour to an hour and a half on the weekend. But anyhow, I'd like to check in my Browning Golden Eagle Mark III tonight.
Okay, the Mark III. I will pull up. The database is slow. The Rolodex isn't quite functional, but I have a way to sort of access it from the site. So we will get a good shot of the Mark III. I know you've checked in the Mark IV prior. The the Mark III. Definitely a little bit different animal, but a favorite among everybody else. You've got a great signal. The audio is great. Tell us, we're talking to microphones here, so tell us about the microphone you're using with that one. Over.
Yeah, this microphone is a gray bass D104 unamplified microphone, and this radio is also the one that is equipped with the red Bozo control knob, and I just recently had it over at Harvey's house, and he has now fixed the knob so it actually has a decent function where I can have a short ping and a long ping that I can show you.
Yes, select for the, always know your audience, you know, whether they like the squeal, they like the screaming eagle, or the eagle that is just hatching out of its egg. Go ahead with the demo. Over.
So you can see I have quite the exaggerated ping, but it might be useful in these conditions. I might be able to break through if I'm watching the YouTube and try and send it through on the delay if I time it just right.
Yeah, you can orchestrate, and you did. You orchestrate that ping quite well, and it gives you your own little mark. You know, when you key down, it's like you don't even have to talk before we know that. And then the short ping for when the person on the other end says, "You know what? I've got a migraine headache. Cut it out."
What Harvey did was he put it so it has the factory ping cap, and then when I push the button and pull it back, then it adds, I think, a second one, or one that's maybe a little bit bigger than the second one. But yeah, just something better than what it was. The red knob was pretty much useless. I think it disconnected the transmitter or something, but anyhow, I'm pretty happy with it, and it's back on the air with its own little custom thing now.
Custom is good, and you said it. The absolutely useless. That's probably that's probably why they call it the Bozo control knob. It's absolutely useless. You are Radio 4 on my list with the Browning Golden Eagle Mark III SSB. Great audio. Got you on the S meter, like what, S7 to S8. The audio, if you're listening, the audio says you should be. You sound stronger in the S meter, so that's a good deal. Perfect. Doesn't hear a lot of room noise or overdoneness on the audio, so it's working well. And the skip is sort of all gone now. So got the band to ourselves, I think.
Yeah, I appreciate the time tonight, Dennis, and glad I could bring the old Mark III by. So everybody out there, have a good evening, and 73s from Singer, California.
All right, you're getting the proverbial thumbs up. They're going up on the listeners here on the video side. Hello to Brian, Whiskey Romeo, Whiskey Radio 2356. We will get you checked in as well. Hello to Private Thor. Good night to Dwayne. He's got some items to do, so he's going to be jumping out here tonight. He got to hear all the good radios. Hello to Gary, jumping in as well. And a host of others who are yet to tune into the stream or watch the replay and think that was a good-sounding radio. Thanks for bringing it by.
Yeah, thank you, Dennis. Have a good evening.
All right, I was just kind of on the edge of my seat waiting for something to go wackoily weird, but everything is behaving. So the Jingle Singers have come back yet again.
You're tuned to
OTR. Channel 11.
right here in
Fresno, California.
Stay with us
Old Tube Radio.
and be modern.
We'll be doing some counting and amounting, but I will keep the radio list open for a little bit to see if we can get another check-in or so, or if somebody needs to stop by. I know we're late getting on due to Skip and other issues, so I want to make sure that everybody gets a chance to jump in.
jumping. 1L.
All right, that was like 5 stations keying up at once. I did hear Harvey, so Harvey, take a transmission with what you've got, and then we will get the other stations over.
Alrighty. My Browning Golden Beagle R68T68 by Browning Lavatories. Custom D104 with the Browning medallion on the back of the microphone, or the D104 head. Gray bass, unamplified, just like the one that sold a day or so ago on eBay for around $150. Yes, I saw it. Did I want to go for it? Not at that price. But anyway, so somebody's got it, and hopefully it's got a good element, and they'll be happy with it. Okay, that'll do it. I'll be here for a little while longer in case somebody wants to get a hold of me. We'll see you.
All right, very good. Someone says that might be eSkip trying to check in. Harvey, you are Radio 5 with the Browning Golden Eagle R68T68. Just a reiteration, you are listening to the Old Tube Radio Network. We are here in Central California. We are streaming live at oldtuberadio.net. And I'm going to listen. Who else is out there? All right, we'll be counting and mounting here while we're figuring these things out.
Maybe I'll buy him time to see what's going on with that radio. Would you care to add a Robin to the list for this evening?
Yeah, let's do that. That will be Radio 6 over.
Okay, well, hello again from the Radio Lounge. For your listening pleasure, my, I think it's my prettiest looking radio, my Robin T123B.
60.
And 60, you will be next after Mike here, the T123B. That is the, in fact, we were talking about that earlier. Someone's looking for the crystals, and he did. Harvey, I did get the frequencies for those crystals. They're up on the little board here, so I'll relay those in a moment. Speaking of T123Bs, the HT30, I gotta drag my HT37 up here on the desk someday, and I've got a crystal. I didn't want to admit it, but I've got a crystal for the 37 that will put me you know where. T123B. Oh, I'm supposed to find a picture. The Rolodex isn't working, so it takes a little longer to find a picture. So go ahead and take a transmission, Mike, and I will get a picture of the items of interest up on the screen for you.
Well, this is definitely a radio I don't recommend using super late at night like I'm doing right now. It's got an unamplified stock mic, which I'm sure isn't doing much of anything at this point in time. I know it apparently was set up for an amplified mic, but this is a stock one. I do like the stock microphone, though. Is it my only? No, it's not my only unamplified mic, but it looks really, really, really awesome, and it's really fun because, I know that sounds like a dumb comment to make. It's fun because you can put it back in its little clasp that's on the right side of the radio. That's always fun. It's the only one of my collection where you can do that. Yes, if you're going to use it this late at night, you do have to scream into it, which I feel like I'm doing right now. And of course, not the Magic Eye tube, this one doesn't have one, but the modulation lamp barely does anything as I'm practically swallowing the microphone.
Yeah, audio is good quality. A little bit low, but not too bad. We can hear you. I can always turn my volume up if I have to, or like you said, you can talk a little bit louder, which you're doing. So no problem there. Oh, and hello to just popped up on my screen, SWL92. Mr. Roman, I think I got you earlier. I've got an X in the square. So I did get you in, but I'm put it in again just to make sure. So the Robin T123, I do have a picture, or there it is, and that it is indeed showing the microphone, which is, if you got a big hand, you could lose it in there.
Yeah, I would imagine so. I think that really the only awful comments I can make about it, which I don't really speak of a whole lot, is this one is resting on top of its original mounting bracket. I think I have a few brackets for a couple of my radios floating around. It's the only one that's actually out and about right now. And I got to say, it would look great. I know there were discussions of the actual Bozo the Clown's, I can't remember what car that was, maybe a Lincoln of some sort. But this would definitely, with its mounting bracket that it's sitting on top of right now, it would look great in any car that had any decent amount of real estate underneath the dashboard. And definitely keep the car nice and warm on like tonight.
Yeah, definitely tonight and the last night. And for those of us whose heaters are malfunctioning, turn on all those tube radios. Looking good, and lots of lights on the front panel let you know what's happening, whether you're in the external speaker mode, speaking to the neighbors, or modulating to us here on the old Tube Radio Network. Robin T123B, the Panasonic 2 chassis, a popular radio here on the old Tube Radio Network and a favorite of many. So thanks for bringing it by. I'm going to pick up Joe, who is standing by before we jump out tonight, but I'm glad you were able to get into the radio room tonight. Back to you, and thanks for stopping by.
Yeah, appreciate it. Everyone sounds great, and fun way to spend a Saturday evening. 73 from the Radio Lounge, SWL 47.
All right, 47, looking good. I also wanted to say, if I hadn't already, and my memory is failing me, if I didn't mention a hello radio to Wild Wildemar, where you guys are probably getting the rain and the cold weather like we are. So thanks for jumping in tonight. Richard, got you officially checked in, and let's head over, grab our respective bags of popcorn or whatever you might have, and listen to Radio 7. Hello, Joe, over.
Hello, Dennis. I hope this cotton picker here has got a little audio. I don't know what happened. I think I misplaced the head on my Aesthetic D104, but we're going to give it a check here in a little while. Dennis, I'd like to check in from World Radio Labs, my Hustler. 7 tubes, 8 channels, and a pretty well-dressed blue radio.
It is. I was just making an adjustment, and I do have that. I do have the World Radio Labs photo. If I hit the right button and center it up. Anybody not familiar with the 7-tube wonder from Leo Meyerson and the gang at World Radio Labs, although I don't know how much he had to do with it at that time from the Globes, but using their technology for the big ham radio transmitters and paring it down to 5 watts DC input sounds really good. It's working. Like you said, take a transmission.
We appreciate that there, Dennis, there for sure. Yeah, little bitty 7 tubes are trying to act like 10 tubes, but definitely doing a job in a small box. We got a small meter. I'm talking about a speaker box, maybe a 2x2. It comes with a few knobs on it. It has 4 of them to be exact. Of course, you got your on and on volume and your channel selector. and your tuning dial there, and a spotter switch. She is also equipped with all the hardware. If you wanted to put this up under the dash of maybe your old car, your 19, let's say 60 Falcon.
First year of the Ford Falcon, it would work pretty good. I don't know, it might not have been out by 1960 on the World Radio Labs, but I think it's 12 volts DC coming out. Do you know if that has an external speaker jack in the back? Obviously, there's no headphones, and there's nothing in the front. I just wonder if it's easy if you wanted to put a bigger speaker on that.
Oh, kind of hard to say there, Dennis. I know that there's it looks to be like some kind of a little button or adjustment. I need to put a light on it. I'm just going to guess it if I don't. It seems to be like a little adjustment of some kind. Not sure what it is. And a ground terminal, and that's about it. And a fuse holder. I'm not sure what that adjustment is for.
Okay, I don't have a rear projection of the radio. Sometimes they had a terminal strip where you'd have a plus and minus for a speaker rather than a phone, like a headphone plug or quarter-inch plug. So it's hard to say. That would be more like a shortwave receiver would do that. But maybe not. I know it doesn't have a, let's see, on-off spotter. Crystal doesn't have a PA, so maybe they figured you wouldn't need an external speaker jack or headphones or anything like that. Radio number 7, World Radio Labs Hustler, very rare breed indeed, but we are fortunate enough to have one right here within our listening distance of the Old Tube Radio Network, and it always sounds good. Great audio, nice loud audio. That's perfect, not overdone at all. Good fidelity. You would fool anybody when you tell them that radio is 50 years old and has tubes in it. They would say, you got to be kidding. But you are not. Take a transmission, and thanks for stopping by.
Well, I appreciate it, Dennis. I appreciate you let me check this one in. It also has a little insert, a little dial crystal spot in the front there in case a guy wanted to put his preferred crystal in there. At the moment, I've got channel 11 on channel 3. I could have that one changed over. Maybe Harvey one of these days could do that for me. Anyway, appreciate it. I got another one warming up here, Dennis. I'd like to get it checked in.
Okay, we'll do that. I think this was a question for this radio, but I'm not sure. You have a channel selector, 1 through 8 in the external. I don't know if you've got enough light and magnification there to see. Someone asked what channel? What channel is OTR on tonight on the transmitter side under the channel selector?
Well, OTR, for sure. Channel 11 is on the selector, channel 3.
All right. Well, we didn't make number 1 or 2, but 3 is good, and you can actually see it. You can see the white dial, so you know you're tuned up right. We're glad to be on anybody's radio, whether it's a single channel or a full 23 channel, or it's missing a channel, whatever. Get us tuned in. Thanks for stopping by the Old Tube Radio Network. The jingle singers are saying, well, if the thing is working, let's hear from those jingle singers, and we will do that.
Let's do some spelling.
OTR. 27.085 megahertz. Channel 11, Old Tube Radio. Old Tube Radio.
All right, the jingle singers have better asymmetrical modulation than the hosts tonight, so that is, at least that's one positive thing the audio board is doing, I think. OTR counting and amounting and checking in any radios before we get out. You caught me with my list. Radio list in the wrong position here, but you are true to your word. With another radio, go ahead and take a transmission over.
Thank you, Dennis. I'd like to check in my Robin 23, my Robin 123B.
Wow, now that is a totally different sound than we just heard from the other Robin T123B that was using the standard supplied microphonium. So what do you have attached to yours, over?
Well, Dennis, this is the original handheld Robin mic.
Wow, what a different sound it has compared to what Mike had. I just wonder if that has a different element or something. And it has absolutely no low frequency in it at all, but it's very punchy and very loud. Maybe you guys should swap microphones. Maybe he needs the high frequency punch, but it's almost as though it's got a different element because it's got no low frequencies at all. But sounds good, over.
Yeah, well, doggone it, it is the original. A nice mic, a nice clean mic, well taken care of. I imagine it. It looked like the day I got it, it just come out of a package. But this is the original mic. We are on an 11-tube Robin, all 23 channels, and the mod light is looking good. I'm gonna say that I think it's been acting up a little brighter than usual. Yeah, we just turned that off there. I don't know if that made a difference there. And we are on the range expand. That's working there for sure. The volume, you got a full squelch, fine tune, RF gain, but no mic gain. I guess that would be the range expand.
Yeah, they don't put a mic gain on that, although it might have been available on some of the other ones. But your range expand is, I don't know how you tune it up. It's 6 dB or 10 dB of amplification. It may be adjustable, but yeah, no, it's certainly punchy. There's got to have no problems with the audio being weak at all.
Well, that's good to hear. It is good to hear there, Dennis. Everything else is working okay on the radio. It does have a light for the external speaker. It does have a light for the modulation. Of course, your PA has a light. Your TX and your RX light works. So we're not looking too bad on this end. We have got a few extra channels, Dennis, on this one. Right now we're running a switch down next to the meter. And over to the external speaker light, there's another switch. And that one we are running up, keeping 10 channels extra hidden.
In fact, we were talking about the crystals for that radio, so obviously they have taken out some of the standard ones in the, 12 megahertz range. I actually have a list of the frequencies, which I will find because I want to give them to Harvey. And so they figured out how to make it do things it wasn't supposed to do. But at least they left channel 11 in, and that's a good thing, over.
Oh, most definitely. And channel 11 is well lit. The background on the channel selector is green, pretty green, and the channel 11 lights up yellow with I guess the light directly behind it. Other than that, Dennis, right now I think we are on the AC side, but I think this one too can go mobile, and that's nice. In a way, it's nice. And with the original stock mic, it would be easily handled. Now, this radio here, I do keep, I don't know if some would do this, but I do keep a fan close by, because this radio tends to get a little warm.
A little, maybe even a lot from what I've heard. So, yeah, just keep it. There are some, look at the picture, there's some ventilation in the side. I don't know about the top, but it's probably best to not have that stuffed in a shelf or the bottom of the top of the shelf or right on the radio, or there's something generating heat right next to it. Definitely needs, it's all convection cooling, so as long as it has a little bit of airflow or maybe even a fan, it works okay. But at 5 watts, probably okay. See, it's those 100-watt boat anchor radios that probably need a fan or some air circulation. Radio number 8, the Robin T123 Bravo on the list. The Green Machine sounding good. And I don't know where you get all the energy, Joe, on Saturday evenings, but we're glad you've got it.
Oh, thank you much, Dennis. Just because I enjoy it. I really do enjoy it. Look forward to it every weekend. And fan, don't worry about circulation. It's got it on the sides, and it's triple on the top. Plenty of circulation, so don't drop a penny on the top. He'll find a slot to go in. Okay, Dennis, that'll do me, and we'll be on the listening end, and I'm going to reach over and check this Johnson T00. I might have had the wrong hit on the D104. For not having no audio on it. We'll check that anyway. We'll catch you next time.
All right, sounds good. Let's go to the Jingle Singers. I'm bringing up the Squamish link is working good. I've got 27085 here in the background. Jingle Singers doing their thing, and we'll see if we can't get the boys up north. I hear them now, so we'll be back in 20 seconds.
You're tuned to
OTR. Channel 11.
right here in
Fresno, California.
Stay with us.
Old Tube Radio.
Very modern.
All right, there they are. Looking good at 27085.
Let me know, and then I'll key up, or you can key up first. We should chime in. It takes a while to get on there.
It's that delay thing. Anyway, you guys are on.
We're live right now. Bam, we're on.
Yeah, I'm farther behind than you are.
They're low radio.
And my internet's lightning fast, even though it's a slow
Private Thor.
Up through Telus.
And Peter?
We're on, okay. Good evening, Dennis. 428, Squamish Boys waving a hand. I'd like to wave a hand to everybody out there. I'm checking in my old President Madison. So have a good night, Dennis. Great show as usual. 73, 428. We'll be back to you.
428 sounding good on the antenna, big signal. Got a little hook.
333, have a good night there as well, too.
When it keys in 333 sounding good. The live stream link up.
Yeah, not too much delay over here.
From Squamish, British Columbia. Courtesy of Victor Echo 7 Hotel Uniform November on the uplink.
Yeah, inside Ariel still making the trip.
Yeah, he's just opening it up here, so I think we got him.
The Old Tube Radio Network got you guys checked in.
Good evening, Dennis, again. Take care. Great program as usual. 428, the Squamish Boys waving a hand to everybody out there.
Yeah, 10-4, have a good one there, May 428.
All right, it is time to wrap it up here. Let's see if I can get the Jingle Singers to give me the fanfare.
This is the Old Tube Radio Network. Ladies and gentlemen, stand by. It's time now for the current OTR totals.
The current and final Old Tube Radio totals will be heading your way shortly. The shortwave listeners tonight, we had 15 on page 1, 16 on page 2, 13 on page 3, and 22 on page 4 for a total of 66, it appears. And the radios tonight, we had 8, all kind of crowding in the last minute there, but it was a little bit noisy at the beginning with the DX coming in from the Pacific, as it does this time of year, especially during cycle 25, getting ready for that solar eclipse. For some of you out there, going to see that coming up shortly. Radios tonight, the most heard manufacturer, and it was a three-way tie for a while. Brownings at 3, and I think what threw it off there, what put it over the top, was the very first radio checking in tonight, the Browning Hill R27S23. with the Electro Voice Microphonium tonight. That was Mr. Green Arrow checking in that. Radio number 2, the E.F. Johnson 223. That was Harvey. Radio 3, Joe was on the E.F. Johnson Messenger 223, following Harvey's at 223. So there was the pair of those. The Browning Eagle Mark III SSB from Sean in Sanger, sounding good tonight. And yes, indeed, I heard him in the middle of the skip, right at the beginning of the net tonight. The Browning Golden Eagle R68 T68 from Harvey, putting our Brownings over the top. The Robin T123 Bravo, thanks to Mike. Followed by the World Radio Labs Hustler. Now, that would be something. We get that as the most checked-in radio. There'd have to be at least one other one somewhere around checking in. The Robin T123B from Joe that you heard moments ago. The Old Tube Radio Network, Real Radio's Glowing in the Dark. I will be out of the air chair next week. That is next Saturday. I will be attending the National Association of Broadcasters 2024 gathering in Las Vegas. Those big Las Vegas hotels with people that want to sell you stuff and give you brochures and all that. So I will report back. Maybe, I don't think they have a CB radio section. Maybe they do. You know how those National Association of Broadcasters can be. But were they to have one, I will bring back some items of interest from that. So next week, I'm not even sure. I would say I would leave the radio, the receive up, and I'm not sure if I can safely do that. But anyway, we'll be back 2 weeks from now when we return from the NAB show 2024 in Las Vegas. It's been a while since I've been there, and we're doing some stuff for the radio station. In the meantime, Harvey, are you still listening? All right, well, I have the crystal numbers for him, and I will get those crystal frequencies to Mr. Harvey. In the meantime, 73, all have a good evening. If it's cold where you are like it is here, stay warm. It will warm up. It's that spring kind of weather where even the weather people have trouble predicting more than about 12 to 24 hours in advance. But it's nice to have the weather satellites to help out. Good night, everybody, from the Old Tube Radio Network.
Thank you much, Dennis. Thank you much for the net there. I don't know if this thing is working. This is my TOO. Dennis, could I get a radio check, a quick one?
Yeah, you know what? And you're also going to get a check in the TWO. Yeah, it came in. It does the first little key up where it ramps itself up. But you now have the proper microphoniums and everything else that are supposed to be there. So take another transmission.
Thank you much, Dennis. Doggone it, kind of sorry about that. We had had the wrong head on the wrong stand. This is the original steady D104 power mic, desk mic, and doggone it, we appreciate you let us at least check it in there. That completes my 4 radios, and have a good trip next week there, and we'll be looking forward to you the following weekend.
All right, what is the microphone you're using with this radio that is now functional?
This is a D104, steady D104. I don't see nothing else written on it. It's not labeled on the base of the radio, just on the head. A lot of them say on the base there TJU8 or something like that. But on the top side of it, it says D104 USA. And this is the TOO, 10 channels, 10 tubes, broadcasting back to you. So we appreciate you letting us check it in.
All right, thanks for bringing it by. I mean, I get more points the more radios that show up on my check-in list when I turn it into the Old Tube Radio Management. So the TWO, and there it is. I got a picture. I'll bring it up full screen. The Johnson TWO. You've got the right microphonium. It sounds good. And with that, we now have a proverbial tie, as they say for the most heard radio, between the E.F. Johnsons and the Brownings tonight. So it was a very fortuitous check-in putting the Johnsons up there in first place. So good night, everybody. The D104 sounding good. Someone asked about that. For those wondering, I will be on my best behavior. I'm not sure. It's been a while since I've been out that way, so I'm not sure if what stays there comes back, whatever. I mean, I'm going to take the suit. If I wear the suit, I'll have to behave. Good night, everybody, from your old Tube Radio Network.
Thank you much, Dennis. I appreciate it there for sure. Have a safe one. And if you don't come back, we're going to give you a certain time that we'll send a posse. the OTR posse going to look for you.
All right. Well, I'll come back smiling. Although I don't like missing the net when I can, but that's what we got. So all right. Well, we'll call it a vacation day, maybe, although it's not going to be a vacation. 73, everybody, your old Tube Radio Network working on. I have no idea why we had that giant audio boost. See, now I've got a light. See the flash? One of the lights is going out. So in fact, it is so dim now, that's where the shadows are. So the radios still work. That's what I like about the old radios. The one thing out of the old Tube Radio Network that always seems to function are the radios checking in. All of my stuff, not good. But the 50 and 60-year-old radios, 40-year-old radios checking in always seem to work. So that tells you something. That tells you something about 21st century technology. Good night from the old Tube Radio Network.